calm, focus, happiness. Reach new heights of calm, focus, and happiness here on Mindfulness Mode with me, your host and mindfulness life coach, Bruce Langford. Mindful Tribe, we're here today to talk about a very serious topic, and that is the topic of loneliness, depression, the topic of trying to stay on top of things, leading a happy life by mixing with people, being with people, feeling open enough that you can share the kinds of things you feel good about sharing. I'm here with author Nick Jonsson. And Nick, are you in mindfulness mode today?
Yes, and thank you so much for inviting me, Bruce. Looking forward to this.
Yeah, my pleasure. It's really great to have you with us. And I just want to take a second and share a little bit about Nick. Nick is passionate about helping executives deal with this problem that is often hidden away, this problem of loneliness and isolation. And this goal led Nick to become co-founder and managing director of one of Asia's premier networking organizations called Executives Global Network, EGN Singapore. It's a confidential peer group network providing more than 600 senior executives and business owners with a safe haven to share their challenge, to receive support, and to learn from each other. And Nick also does a lot of volunteer work in the area of mental health and suicide prevention. Nick, tell us, what does mindfulness mean to you?
Well, mindfulness to me means that to be aware of what is happening, because so often life goes in auto mode. We are moving so fast from A to B that we just don't realize what is happening. And for me, mindfulness means even more than that. To me, mindfulness means recovery, survival, and I almost call myself, a recovered in that sense, that I had my own crisis and my own downtime, and I came back, and these days I'm more mindful than I was before.
As we move forward in the interview, Nick, I want to ask you 5 quick answer questions. So the first one is this. I want to ask you, who is one person who has been a powerful mindfulness influence in your life?
A powerful mindfulness influence. I would say the following, Bruce. Just as we came out of the hard lockdown here in Singapore, I was looking at meditation, and I signed up for a local Buddhist temple here. They had a meditation class in the evenings, and it was just when you were allowed to come back in person again. And I knew about mindfulness and meditation in the sense that I had an app. I tried some things, but I never really mastered it. So I saw this as a chance to master it. So while I don't know the name of this Buddhist monk, but I have to say he had a huge impact in my life, because I started to really appreciate meditation, and that made me connect better with a power greater than myself, connect with myself, and really to get that break and pause in my life.
Very interesting. My second question is about your emotions. And I'm wondering how mindfulness has helped you to deal with your emotions, or helped you be more aware of your emotions, possibly.
Yes, it has made me much more aware by being able to meditate and also to do prayer. I now try to do prayer in the morning and in the evening, just to hand things over which are challenging. It has really helped me to do that. And I would say it helped me to put my ego in shape, in that sense that, I'm not the one running the show, and just put me down and make me grounded.
Right, right. Very interesting. And I want to talk to you about breathing, because I know as such an athlete, breathing is important, but what are your thoughts on breathing?
Yes, breathing is super important. And one of my friends who I cycle with tomorrow, when we go down, it's a long airline straight, basically a 20 minutes place where we can cycle straight.
Mhm.
He even managed to count his breathing the whole time. So he's so mindful of the breathing that he knows after I breathed 166 times, for example. I cannot keep going that long, but it makes it, what I'm getting at, Bruce, it makes a huge impact. And he's a fantastic athlete. And actually, my coach, who is a 8 times top 10 Kuna finisher in Hawaii,
Wow.
he says that breathing makes the biggest impact to him in the sport as well. And he keep reminding me that if I ever wait for the bus or I wait at the airport, that I should do some breathing exercises that he taught me.
Right. Very good. Very good. And you already mentioned your Garmin. And so I know that apps are important to you. Are there any books that you have read that you have found very helpful in this area of mindfulness?
The Power of Now, the big old classic. Yeah, I
Yes.
have it as an audiobook. It's great, right?
Yeah, it really is. And your book, Executive Loneliness, is a book I recommend for anyone out there, whether you're feeling isolated, you're experiencing anxiety and stress and depression. Well, check out Nick's book, Executive Loneliness, because it's a book that can be very powerful. Reading this book, hearing Nick's personal story and what's going on. I'd just like to ask you about meditation today. Now, you talked about meditation. What does it look like for you every day? Do you meditate on a daily basis?
I do meditate at least 4 or 5 times a week, Bruce. I should meditate more. I'm just stretching here because on my desk also I have this Muse headband
Oh,
tool, which has
yes.
also helped me to meditate. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the Muse headband is, and we'll put that in our show notes as well, that you use the Muse headband, because I know a lot of people find this very helpful. So thanks for
Yes.
that. Yeah, our show notes, mindfulnessmode.com, listeners, and you can go there and see all the information about this interview. So yeah, that's very interesting that you use the Muse headband. And are you planning to do another Ironman?
Yes, I have one, half one on July 10 and a full on August 20. So I'm in training mode now.
Oh, wow. So you're going to have a busy summer. Yeah.
Yes,
And
looking forward to
exciting.
that. Mhm.
Yeah. Well, Nick, it has really been an honor to be able to interview you and to learn your story and to hear how you help so many other people. And I want to take my hat off to you for doing so much volunteer work and writing this book and doing all of this to help people. So it's obvious that you have realized why you're placed on this earth, to help people with this problem. So thank you so much. Do you have a final word of advice for anyone going through anxiety, going through loneliness and depression at this point?
Yes, certainly, Bruce. And that is, if you have something on your mind now and you're listening to this, think about who can you share this with? Who can you talk about what you're feeling, what you're going through? Because that's half the problem solved already by just sharing it with someone. And you'd be surprised how willing people are to listen.
Right. Yes. Mindful Tribe, you can go to Nick's website, nickjonsson.com, and it's spelled NickJonsson, nickjonsson.com. And you can go there and check out what he has on his website. Thanks so much for being on the show today, Nick.
Yes, thank you so much for inviting me, Bruce. It's been a pleasure.
It certainly has. Bye now.